Welcome to this explainer. Close your eyes for just a moment and imagine a vast, sun-drenched expanse of still water. Out of those murky depths, a perfectly pristine golden lotus rises up to greet the morning sun. It's a beautiful image, isn't it? This idea of absolute purity emerging from the muddy waters of creation is really the very heart of what we are exploring today. We're stepping into a remarkably calm, sacred space of ancient Vedic wisdom to understand one of the most complex, rare, and holy days in the Hindu calendar. It's called Padmini Ekadashi. This isn't just a date on a calendar, it's a profound spiritual technology. It is a sacred transformation of time itself. So let's dive into this anomaly. To understand the true depth of Padmini Ekadashi, we actually have to look up at the sky. You see, the Hindu calendar, the panchang, is luna-solar. It is constantly trying to balance the movement of the moon with the movement of the sun. But there is a bit of mathematical friction here. A lunar year is about 354 days, while a solar year is roughly 365 days. That leaves an 11-day gap every single year. Over about 3 years, this gap swells into an entire month. To keep agricultural and seasonal festivals perfectly aligned, ancient Vedic astronomers didn't just add a leap day like we do in the Gregorian calendar, they inserted an entire intercalary month, every 32 to 33 months. This extra time acts as a cosmic bridge, meant to completely resynchronize the heavens, and right in the middle of this rare cosmic window sits Padmini Ekadashi. Now, let's break down this precise terminology, because in Sanskrit, words carry a profound vibrational weight. Let's take these slowly. First, we have Adhik Mas. Adhik simply means extra or additional. It's that astronomical leap month we just talked about. Then we have Padmini. Padmini is derived from Padma, which means the sacred lotus. The lotus is incredibly significant. It's the flower most sacred to Lord Vishnu. It represents a complete divine awakening. Even though its roots are buried deep in the muddy, chaotic waters of material creation, the blossom itself remains completely untouched and absolutely pure. Padmini Ekadashi is the promise that observing this day elevates the human soul high above material existence, exactly like that radiant lotus.
This contrast beautifully illustrates the central theological transformation we're exploring. When this extra month was first identified, it was considered an anomaly, a disruption to natural biological and energetic rhythms. It was literally named Malmas, the impure month, and was entirely rejected for sacred rites. It was, in a way, an outcast in time. But here is the beautiful theological revelation. According to the Puranic traditions, the Supreme Lord Vishnu saw this marginalized, rejected month and blessed it. He accepted it as his own, renaming it Purushottam Mas, the month of the Supreme Being. What was once the most impure period was completely elevated to the absolute highest and most revered month. It is the ultimate triumph of divine grace over rejection.
Let's see how this profound event is actually observed across the Indian subcontinent. Because this alignment is so massive, different regional and linguistic traditions have adopted different names for it, though they all point to the exact same radiant truth. On a pan-Indian level, it's known as Padmini Ekadashi, focusing on that soul-elevating lotus we mentioned. But if you travel to West and Central India, you'll hear it called Kamala Ekadashi. Kamala is another word for lotus and a primary name for goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. There, the focus really is on bringing both material and spiritual prosperity. Then, in East and North India, it's known as Purushottam Ekadashi, highlighting it as a direct manifestation of the Supreme Lord Vishnu, or Krishna, himself. These aren't theological disagreements at all. They are beautiful, complementary prisms reflecting the exact same spiritual light. So what does this all mean for you? The crucial point is how this cosmic anomaly actually affects you on an energetic level. The ancient texts warn that the Adhik Mas can disrupt our natural biorhythms. Padmini Ekadashi serves as a powerful portal to harmonize these planetary influences and literally shift your karma. Take a look at the moon. Fasting on the 11th lunar day, when lunar gravity is at its absolute strongest, stabilizes the mind and clears emotional anxiety. Jupiter's influence expands your spiritual awareness and connects you to much deeper wisdom. Venus redirects worldly desires into pure devotion, or bhakti. And Saturn, the great lord of karma and discipline? Well, the immense self-control demonstrated on this day mitigates severe life challenges and neutralizes heavy karmic blocks. In fact, astronomical texts note that when this month aligns with specific periods, like the highly anticipated alignment in the month of Jyeshta in 2026, the capacity to clear deep, ancient karmic patterns is profoundly magnified. Section 1. The Epic of King Kartavirya and Queen Padmini. To truly grasp the power of this day,
we need to step back into the golden age of the Treta Yuga, to an epic myth passed down through the ancient Puranas. Let's trace this royal journey together. Imagine the mighty city of Mahishamati, ruled by King Kartavirya of the glorious Haihaya dynasty. This king possessed immense wealth, a vast empire, and 1,000 queens. Yet he was haunted by a heavy karmic curse. He could not produce an heir. He tried everything. Rituals, massive donations to priests, worship of the demigods, absolutely nothing worked. Desperate, he stripped off his royal robes, dressed in the rough bark of trees, and walked into the dense, impassable forests of Mount Gandhamadana to perform extreme asceticism. His most devoted wife, Queen Padmini, followed right beside him. For a staggering 10,000 years, they meditated. The great king was reduced to mere skin and bones, starving and completely exposed to the elements. Yet still, the divine blessing of a child eluded them. Watching her husband's agonizing physical decay, Queen Padmini, in absolute desperation, sought out the incredibly wise and chaste female sage Anasuya.
And it is here that Sage Anasuya reveals a brilliant, golden, cosmic secret to the grieving queen. She says, "O queen, there is a leap month appearing every 32 months. It is known as Malmas. Though rejected by many as impure, Lord Vishnu has accepted it as Purushottam Mas. The Ekadashi in the bright half of this special month is Padmini Ekadashi. If you observe it with absolute devotion, strictly fasting, and staying awake all night to glorify Lord Hari, your desires and your husband's desires will absolutely be fulfilled." This was the turning point, the exact key to breaking a 10 millennia karmic deadlock.
So how exactly did Queen Padmini apply this ancient knowledge, and how does it serve as a blueprint for practitioners like us today? The texts lay out a very specific daily fasting guideline for biological and spiritual purification. First, for those capable, it's traditionally observed as nirjala. That means a strict bloodless fast without a single morsel of food or even a drop of water. At the absolute minimum, one must strictly avoid the consumption of all grains, because grains are believed to absorb negative karmic energy during this specific cosmic alignment. Preparation also involves deep mental discipline. On the night of the Ekadashi, practitioners perform jagran, which means remaining awake for the entire night. But you don't just stay awake. You spend the vigil immersed in prayer, singing, and glorifying the Supreme Lord. This is the exact pure method Queen Padmini used.
And the result of her flawless, selfless devotion was instantaneous. Following her fast, a breathtaking theophany occurred. The skies literally parted, bathed in golden light, and the Supreme Lord Keshava descended from the heavens, riding upon his great divine eagle, Garuda. Immensely pleased with her absolute purity, the Lord offered her any boon she desired. But the queen was completely selfless. She asked that the blessing be given to her husband instead. The revived king asked for a son of unmatched dominance, a being invincible to demons, humans, snakes, and spirits, who could only be defeated by the Supreme Lord himself. Thus, Kartavirya Arjuna was born. He possessed such unbelievable power that he eventually defeated and captured Ravana, the 10-headed demon who conquered the 3 worlds. Kartavirya Arjuna remained utterly invincible until he was finally bested by Lord Parashurama, an avatar of Vishnu, completely fulfilling the exact divine condition of the boon.
It is just an incredible testament to the power of transformation. A month once deemed outcast and impure holds the key to the ultimate cosmic blessing. The disciplines of Queen Padmini teach us that when we align our actions with this sacred window of time, no karmic block is too deep to be cleared. So I will leave you with this thought to reflect upon in the quiet warmth of your own contemplation. As the lotus blooms flawlessly in the brightest golden sun, rising from the mud of the world, what deep karmic waters will you choose to purify during this profoundly sacred time?
Welcome back, everyone. Take a deep breath and let's step back into that space of profound spiritual light. We're continuing our journey, our deep dive into the second part of our Padmini Ekadashi study. If you were with us for part 1, well, you already know just how transformative this material really is. Today, we're going to explore this gorgeous intersection where ancient theology meets strict, grounded daily rituals, and how they all weave together to create, honestly, the ultimate cosmic harmony. So settle in, get comfortable, and let's illuminate these ancient truths together. Okay, let's dive right into this. We'll be moving from the abstract realms of theology and the concept of Papa Purusha down into the deeply personal doctrine of humility, known as Dainya Bhav.
From there, we'll walk through the strict protocols and rules, explore some beautiful pan-Indian traditions, delve into the mythology of King Kartavirya, and finally, wrap it all up with cosmic and karmic harmony.
Section 1. Theology and Papa Purusha. Now, it's absolutely crucial to understand that Padmini Ekadashi isn't just, another date you circle on the calendar. According to ancient Puranic texts, like the Skanda Purana and Padma Purana, this specific day holds a unique theological status that literally surpasses the merit of all standard Ekadashis combined. It operates on an entirely different, incredibly potent spiritual frequency.
Just listen to these profound words spoken by Lord Krishna to King Yudhishthira. He says, "O Pandava, the meritorious Ekadashi that occurs during the bright half of the extra month is just as powerful as I am in nullifying sins." I mean, that statement is just staggering, right? The texts even explicitly mention that not even the four-headed Lord Brahma himself can sufficiently glorify the immense karmic power of this day. Observing this fast is equated to performing the absolute highest, most elaborate Vedic sacrifices.
So you might be wondering, why the strict fasting? Why the hyper-specific focus on avoiding grains? Well, the crucial point is understanding the concept of Papa Purusha. In Hindu ontology, sin, or papa, isn't just some abstract moral mistake. It is an actual, oppressive, energetic form. It's a literal personification. And the texts describe that when Papa Purusha was seeking refuge, the Lord allowed him to live exclusively within grains on the day of Ekadashi. So eating wheat, rice, or lentils on this day, it means you are literally consuming negative karmic energy. That's the exact reason for this precise prescription of grains. It turns this day into a highly tuned instrument for correcting our karmic imbalances.
Section 2. The doctrine of humility, or dainya bhav. Because while avoiding grains physically purifies the body, we really have to realize that strict rules and physical fasting alone are, well, kind of meaningless without the correct internal spiritual state. Let's look at what this mindset truly requires.
This brings us to a really beautiful, philosophically essential concept, dainya bhav. Dainya bhav translates to sincere, deep humility. See, on Padmini Ekadashi, you absolutely cannot approach the divine with spiritual arrogance. There's no room for boasting about your strict fasting or how great your past asceticism was. That kind of pride, it acts like a deadbolt on the door to divine grace. Instead, you have to approach as a completely empty vessel. I want you to imagine a frightened child crying out for its mother. That exact level of pure, vulnerable humility, totally devoid of ego. This profound internal humility is the specific key required to unlock the grace of Lord Vishnu and, ultimately, attain moksha, liberation from the cycle of birth and death.
Section 3, strict protocols and rules. Now, this observance is not just a quick one-day event. It requires rigorous physical and mental discipline. And the preparation actually begins the entire day before Ekadashi, on the 10th day of the lunar cycle, known as Dashami. Dashami serves as a really necessary physical and karmic detoxification to prep your body for the super high spiritual frequencies of Ekadashi. And the strict rules are clearly laid out. Let's go through them together. Rule number 1, no urad dal and chickpeas. Rule number 2, no leafy vegetables and honey. Rule number 3, avoid sea salt. Rule number 4, no eating in others' homes. This is absolutely crucial so you don't absorb their negative karma. Rule number 5, no bell metal or copper utensils. Rule number 6, only one pure Havishya meal is allowed. Rule number 7, sleep exclusively on the floor. And finally, rule number 8, absolute celibacy. This entire protocol firmly sets the stage. Let's move to and see how this builds right into the morning of Padmini Ekadashi itself. The purification process here is highly specific and just beautifully ritualistic. Step 1. You must wake during Brahma Muhurta, that perfectly quiet, still time just before dawn. Step 2, you don't use a standard toothbrush. Instead, you strictly purify your mouth by rinsing with water exactly 12 times. Step 3, instead of standard soap, you apply a highly sacramental paste to the body. This is made of cow dung, which is a supreme purifier in Vedic culture, mixed with mud, sesame paste, kusha grass, and a malaki powder. As this sacred paste is applied, a beautiful, deeply mystical prayer is offered directly to Mother Earth. I want to recite this for you slowly so you can really feel the meditative weight of these words, bathed in that golden morning sunlight. O sacred clay, Mittike, I bow to you. May your touch purify my body. Born of all plants and sanctifying the earth, please cleanse me.
O clay, please purify my head, eyes, and limbs. Grant me permission for this sacred bath. After the day is spent fasting, reading the Puranas, and chanting, we arrive at the central and arguably most demanding practice, the Jagran. This is an all-night spiritual vigil, and it's divided into 4 watches, or prahars. Imagine a space illuminated not by harsh modern lights, but entirely by the warm, flickering, golden glow of hundreds of bright clay diya lamps. It's an atmosphere that's just alive with kirtan, the singing of holy songs, and deep inner devotion, keeping the mind entirely, unbrokenly fixed on the Supreme Person throughout the long night. Then comes the dawn of the next day, Dwadashi, the 12th day. But the fast can't just be broken casually whenever you feel like it. It requires parana. You must break the fast only after a very specific astrological window called Hari Vasara has safely passed. And crucially, before you even think about consuming any food yourself, you have to conclude this entire purification cycle officially and safely by donating to worthy Brahmins. This could be food, clothing, or profoundly, a copy of the holy Srimad Bhagavatam. Section 4, Pan-Indian Tradition. You know, what makes Padmini Ekadashi so utterly fascinating is that it's not some isolated regional event. It is a vast, breathing network of devotion where these core beliefs we just discussed beautifully adapt to local languages, distinct landscapes, and specific spiritual needs across the entire subcontinent. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. If we go down south to Kerala, the epic Guruvayur temple features the Udyastamana Puja, complete with magnificent processions of elephants and hundreds of oil lamps. Meanwhile, over in Odisha, the observance is tied to these beautiful Kahani musical narratives. Up in Gujarat, the focus leans really heavily on the mythology of King Kartavirya. And fascinatingly enough, even Indo-Persian Urdu texts integrate this lunar cycle via the Sitara concept. It is a breathtaking, syncretic beauty. It's a pan-Indian linguistic transversal that seamlessly bridges incredibly diverse cultures all through a single day of fasting. Section 5. The Mythology of King Kartavirya. Because beyond the strict rules and the complex astrology, this mythological narrative serves as the real beating heart of Padmini Ekadashi. It's the emotional and inspirational core that gives believers the actual strength to endure such a rigorous physical fast. The story tells of a desperate king, Kartavirya, and his immensely chaste queen, Padmini. Now, despite having literally everything you could want materially, he faced a seemingly impossible barrier. He lacked an heir. And he viewed this as a profound earthly injustice, basically a curse. But guided by the wise sage Anasuya, they performed this specific austerity. His steadfast devotion during this fast illustrates a profound eternal truth. Divine grace elevates the humble and the rejected. When all earthly avenues are totally exhausted, sincere spiritual discipline really can conquer what seems totally impossible. Section 6, Cosmic and Karmic Harmony. Let's zoom out to the macro perspective now. We're moving from the deeply individual story of a devoted king to the structural mechanics of the universe itself. We're connecting these granular personal rituals directly to advanced Vedic astrology. Think about the relationship between 2 massive cosmic forces. On one hand, we have the solar calendar. This governs our agriculture, societal cycles, and the seasons. On the other hand, the lunar calendar, which deeply influences gravity, the tides, and according to Vedic science, human emotions and the mind. Padmini Ekadashi occurs exclusively during Adhik Masa, the extra leap month, which makes it spiritually supreme. You see, this month exists as a brilliant astronomical mechanism to perfectly synchronize these 2 calendars. Observing the fast during this exact, precise alignment acts to neutralize emotional spikes caused by intense lunar radiation, perfectly harmonizing human life with the rhythms of nature. Which brings us to an incredibly provocative thought. Does every act of restraint, every single grain avoided, and every lamp lit echo collectively to purify the subtle body of human civilization? Really think about that for a moment. This isn't just about personal liberation anymore. This ancient austerity unites hundreds of millions of people across the globe. Together, their collective discipline acts as a massive energetic echo, transforming the impure and rejected into the absolute sacred. Picture a golden expanse of the Ganges in the beautiful maize sunlight with blooming lotuses floating in a pristine eternal silence. Let this final thought resonate with you. Padmini Ekadashi is the ultimate, crowning proof of how vast astronomy, individual karma, and unconditional divine love flawlessly intertwine in our universe.